Alright, I don't like to bring out this channel very often, but we do got a rant about this. So if you know me on my main channels, and you can see behind me all the nerdy shit everywhere, I'm a movie guy. And, I run this channel to kind of rant about stuff sometimes, but this channel mainly only bring out when there's something I need to talk about. And this isn't a case of this. It was announced yesterday that Trump is trying to impose 100% tariffs of any movie not made in America. Does it actually make your life better in any way that Trump is doing this? I just wanted to ask that question because people in this country are so fucking stupid that they voted for this man. Like, they think that this man's somehow going to make their life better, and this is the shit he announces. If you are still supporting Donald Trump in any way, I legitimately believe that you need to be cognitively tested to make sure your motor skills still work. I'm being hyperbolic. I don't actually believe everybody who voted for Trump is that dumb, but I do have to, sit here and go, people voted for this shit? Like, not this specific policy decision, but when people tell me shit like, well, I disagree with that, I didn't vote for that, I'm like, yeah, but you voted for everything else he said he would do, and you're silent about all the other horrific shit he does, so what does it matter if you disagree with him on this? But you should disagree with him on all of it. Every piece of it. I don't know, but reason this is such a bad policy decision, I don't even think this will go into effect. I don't know for certain. But I just think that this is a policy decision that would be so hard to put into place that doesn't even make a lot of sense. First of all, let me give you an example here. What's that example I got here? Tape. Okay, where does it say this is made? Does it say? Usually this crap says. It says made in the U.S., right? This tape here is made in the U.S., okay? That's a product I can go to Walmart and buy. I can go to Walmart and buy that right now. Okay, no problem. A movie is a different story. Because, first of all, there's a lot more factors that go into a movie not being made in America. So for Harry Potter, for example, one of the most famous movie franchises of all time, the books and the movies are set in London. Okay? They're set in Britain, in the UK. Are you asking them to not set the movies in America just because the president decided that he wants to make it more expensive? Also, he says any movies not made in America. Does this mean Bollywood films like Indian movies or Chinese movies or anime gets punished for movies that are not made for Americans, but they get punished for not being made in America? I mean, because what that actually means, honestly, is that these companies might stop trying to get access to foreign films, which is a bad thing. We don't want less foreign movies, because first of all, Americans are already dumb about foreign cultures. Foreign movies coming to the States is actually something that's been a great thing recently that we've been seeing a lot more. We've been seeing shows like Squid Game be pretty popular here in the States, and that's a good thing. This is a great thing. Why would you not want this to happen? If you're not into foreign films, don't watch them. But, it doesn't make any sense. Then you have the other parts of it, if he means, stuff I don't know, here's a random example, Ninja Turtles, yeah, you could pretty easily shoot this movie here in the States, right? But maybe they're shooting parts of it in Canada. Well, let's talk about why certain movies are being shot in Canada. Well, they used to be shot in Georgia. And then Georgia decided that they really thought it was important to control women's bodies and do a bunch of very sick, terrible legislation that a lot of the Hollywood production companies said, fuck it, we're out of here. Now, not all of them. There's still quite a bit of movies shot in Georgia. But a lot of them are being shot in Canada. So if Trump wanted some of that business to come back to the States, because in some level I agree, especially in the animation industry, it is really sad that you can just deport a bunch of workers' jobs to have movies made overseas, or at least animated overseas, and for people who are getting paid less and guaranteed dealing with worse hours, right? That's a terrible thing. But here's what you do. You have an economic plan with economic sensitive. Like, hey, if you do this, we'll give you a tax break here, tax break there. There are ways to do this that are beneficial, that help the U.S. economy, help the studios and the production companies that want to make these things. Like, why are you... He's just imposing it. And then he also came out in a statement and openly said that imposing these tariffs will kill the Hollywood industry. So he's literally telling you that he's trying to kill the Hollywood industry. Like, he's openly telling you this, saying this out loud. Like, hey, we're going to kill it on purpose. So this is literally Trump telling you, I'm killing a Hollywood industry. Which personally I believe is, I'm not exactly certain, but I would imagine there's legal ways for them to sue over this, right? Because this is the President of the United States coming out and openly saying, hey, I want to destroy the industry. Like, there is no way around that. He said that. You can pull up the video of him saying this. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? So you don't think these production companies can bow down, get this done? Next thing, I think some of these studios will bow down to him. Warner Brothers owns CNN. The Warner Brothers executives called the Trump administration about how we can make your boss less mad. And you know what they said? They said, put more Trump voices on CNN. Give Donald Trump Jr. a reality show on the Discovery Channel. These are things that have actually happened. CBS is trying to get approval by the Trump administration for a merger. And so the executive producer of 60 Minutes left because of all this. Because they're trying to control what he says about the Trump administration. Holy fucking shit. Like, all this shit is hitting the fan. And you're just watching it and you're going, what are we doing? And especially because Hollywood industry is not an industry that most of the average America will ever deal with. Most people just watch movies as entertainment. And that should tell you a lot about how much people don't understand that industry because they're not a part of it. So at the end of the day, Trump is literally trying to kill an industry that people just use as entertainment for no fucking reason other than, I'm assuming this is just Republicans hate art and they want to complain about woke and DEI or all this bullshit that doesn't fucking exist. It's just so maddening. Like, I genuinely am so angry about this shit because there is no other way around any of this shit. This is a terrible policy decision by the President of the United States openly admitting he wants to kill the industry. Like, we need to, like, this is 25th Amendment shit, or whatever, not 25th, I always forget the amendments, but you know what I'm talking about. You impeach the dude, let's remove him. Because I'm sorry, once you're telling the public that you're trying to kill industries on purpose, then you need to be removed. Point simple, get the fuck out. We put you there. The American people put you there. Like, I didn't vote for him, but a lot of people did. And if you put the person there and they're no longer serving you, the American people, I'm sorry, there should be more grounds for removal at that point. I mean, there are a lot of polls showing that the majority of people who voted Trump are not, a lot of them aren't happy because they're seeing these policy decisions like this going, what the fuck even is this? I don't even understand this. I don't understand it. I don't even know if it's going to happen, and I don't even know if I'll ever see the effects of it. I imagine that all that's going to happen is ticket prices are going to go up, but why? Because the fucking president wants it? But why? Why does he want it? Because he hates Hollywood? Okay, well, fuck you. We need to remove him. He doesn't get to like to kill people's jobs and entire industry just because he's angry about stupid bullshit that doesn't exist. Woke, DI, none of it exists. None of it. So, if it sounds really heated, I guess this is more heated than normal videos because I am someone who deeply cares about art more than most people. And I'm trying not to be as heated as I am, but I think there literally, legitimately is no other way around this. Trump is actively pushing to kill the Hollywood industry, which I don't think he will be successful at. I think we'll be okay overall. But I do think that there is a part of this that just shows an emblematic problem of, number one, not enough people calling out Trump, but also not enough people demanding he be removed for trying to actually destroy industries on purpose. What does that tell you?